this time again a new sheriff in town, and wanted to add value to the structural design in Abuja, wanting to change the narrative of slum, because Abuja is growing into a big slum. And that has been a problem. There was a report in 2022, last year, before he came. And I'm sure those reports are on his table. Today, I saw him briefing the heads of parastatals and heads of departments. And I'm sure by now he would have been getting more reports. People see this as threat, but they're not threat. They're simply directives. And he said we must keep the promise made by the president to the people. And that's why we're here. It is not about us. And we're not going to look at faces. It doesn't matter whose ox is being God. We are going to change the narrative. Abuja Master Plan must be restored. That is the mandate. And I'm sure that could be one of the mandates given to him by the president, and which is trickling down to the various heads of parastatals and heads of department.
Well,
in hand in gloves with his Minister of State.
Well, that is one aspect, as we watched it yesterday, why the Minister of State was sitting by his side, the threat was raining, and the pronoun there used as always, I will do, I will that, and we started asking.
Why not we?
That means this other person sitting, Minister of State for the same Ministry of Abuja.
And the Permanent Secretary.
Yes. What are they doing? I mean, are they not part of this thing? Let him not go and cause trouble. For me, what he said is good. It's good, but it sounds to me like...
You're talking about his posture. You don't like his posture.
What it sounds to me like the police. No, anytime a new IG is posted to the police, the first threat is usually to withdraw orderlies attached to politicians and people who are not supposed to have them. But after some times, nothing happens. That is to say, those concerned will now run to him, go take this, leave this thing as it did, and it dies there. The only person in the Abuja history that we can say for sure that he lived by his word is Rufai. When Rufai came, he actually saw that the Abuja Master Plan was distorted. In fact, I was taken aback when he boldly demolished NUJ.
Yeah, that fine secretary.
Yes, that secretariat.
That pained me.
He demolished it. And I was asking, look, the road is by the side. What is it? And, it also sounds to me like when Godwin Abbey was the governor of Rivers State. All these areas along Oluobasanjo to water lines, where you have fine buildings, were occupied by people. Within a twinkle of an eye, Godwin Abbey demolished them.
Are you talking of Abbey? What about talking about Mechi?
No, I'm talking of Abbey.
Okay,
and thus in that instance,
Mechi did more demolition than any governor in the state.
No, he demolished that place and now reallocated those places to themselves.
Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, that's the narrative.
Yes, so which is very bad.
Okay.
As if the other people that live there are not human beings.
Okay, maybe they were illegally acquired.
So when you now, they first of all form green verge that let air flow into Port Harcourt. We will plant trees and flowers along those places. Before you know, we saw...
Are you insinuating that That's what our former governor is going to do now.
No. I'm not insinuating that Wike will do same.
Okay.
But we shouldn't run away from the possibility of those examples.
My only anxiety is about native landowners that sold land to individuals.
Yes.
And he said those lands were sold illegally. That's my concern. Let us not have a situation whereby native landowners in the suburb of Abuja, outside Gariki and all that, will not begin to have issues with the minister of Abuja. Because that's a very critical issue.
Yes.
And it's a very dicey issue. Already, there were some kind of reprehensions by the natives about who should become the minister of Abuja. Why shouldn't an indigenous be appointed? They forgot that the Abuja itself has...
It's a center of unity.
Exactly, has its own narrative and background. Now, the mentality... Now, if you begin to confront the indigenes who sold... I know that every land by land use decree belongs to the government.
Yes.
But the indigenes also... And Abuja was acquired as 100% government land. And some of those people were resettled in their satellite settlements. And then some of them began to sell land. Now, government is saying that those lands sold to individuals are illegally acquired. And about 6,000. And when those lands are demolished, when those houses are demolished, and the land gets back to government, what will government be doing with those lands? Will they be like the Abe motif?
That's the issue. The issue is that, under the 2007 International Conventions of the Indigenous People, especially Article 27, the indigenous people have right. They have right not only to their land, natural resources, and management of their environment. Now, when government came, it was a laudable thing that former late Justice Akiola Aguda, who headed the panel set up by the late General Murtala Mohammed, that Lagos is overcongested. Let us find a new capital for Nigeria. And he left the Yoruba land and went to the center to found Abuja, which was accepted. People embraced it. But this area of demolishing building and demolishing the indigenous, the original people, destroying their culture, scattering them all over, is not welcome, cannot be welcome. Even when they were moved from Gariki, Meitama, to satellite towns. There was a time that they also met them there and said, this place they are staying, it's not good. They have to be shifted again.
And you saw the names of those villages.
Yes.
You can't even pronounce them.
You see, shifted again. And, if you go to Abuja, that, do I call it mountain or hill that looks like human?
Aso Rock.
Aso Rock, yes. If you are on the road, Gwagwalada to Kaduna, you would think that hill...
It's on the middle of the road.
Yeah, say it's there. But attempt to go round, you are almost going round the state.
Yeah.
You see, in fact, if you are flying, if the plane is descending, you will see villages inside. And when government pursues them to they will not even construct access road for them to access the town. And so if you want to go there, it is like you are living in another country. Yes, it is good to keep Abuja the way it is planned, but let it not be to the detriment of the indigenous people.
That's what... but, even indigenous people had occupied those land by themselves.
Yes.
But the point is that they started using them to make money, to sell.
No, it is everywhere. It is everywhere. Have you not asked why some estates
are growing up
in Port Harcourt
and suburbs?
No, at a time, they had the news that
government was taking over.
Yeah, government is going to take over this project. Quick! They started selling so that government will not deprive them of.
And once you have a residency, government will run.
And all that. Now, some of these places will be affected by the Port Harcourt Ring Road. Yes, you will recall. From this Obrikure, as you are coming.
Many houses are affected.
Yeah,
some of my friends are lamenting. So
that road, you know, there is supposed to be a road from that Obrikure to Abonima Wharf. In fact, NDDC, between 2007 and 2009, carried a program there. In fact, awarded to Kojipa, one company, Kojipa, to do that disinvert like any other thing by NDDC. The thing died down. So, the Abuja master plan, the people thought they are being shortchanged by government.
So
yes. So, and for government to now come to demolish those things again, it is like the people who sold and who bought will suffer double jeopardy. Well,